In the third quarter of the game, LeBron was clearly frustrated, and Mario Chalmers was on the receiving end. During a timeout, LeBron had to be restrained by Udonis Haslem when he stood up to go after Chalmers. LeBron, seemingly upset after a breakdown, allowed Paul George to hit an open three. After the game, both players downplayed the incident.
That's my little brother, man, and it's all family. I was wrong, and I told him that, and we moved on. So, definitely. For us, for me and Rio, we've been there before and we were able just to get over it.
Anytime we're in a game, emotions is high. Like I said, nobody's want to lose. We're a very competitive team. And, at the end of the day, we're a brotherhood and we all stick together.
And Skip, I mentioned this. I said it's a rare sighting. I tweeted it actually when it happened.
It got retweeted
a million times.
Yeah.
A million times, yes. So my thoughts to you. What was your reaction?
Stephen A., don't want to make too big a deal of this. It was genuinely, to me, diffused after the game. No big deal. Onward and upward. They are brothers, big brother, little brother. But I must say, I can't remember ever seeing LeBron get that mad during a game. I mean, Udonis had to reach out and grab his arm to restrain him. Another point to remember, Mario Chalmers didn't exactly run. He stepped right up and stood his ground. He was ready to go nose to nose with LeBron. I must say, though, bigger picture, it has always bothered me a little bit that LeBron has been so publicly hard on Mario on the court during games with all the TV cameras on them. I think he has given him a little too much tough love, and I spoke to Mario about it when he was here visiting ESPN a while back. He doesn't love it. Who would love it? Because repeatedly you get humiliated by Big Brother on the floor. And it's sort of uncharacteristic of LeBron to do that to another player. But he has repeatedly done it to Mario. And then I'm assuming that last night when he made it so publicly humiliating, he made it so obvious that it was Mario's fault for leaving Paul George alone for the three, that I'm assuming that in the sideline huddle, Mario finally said, whatever, in no uncertain terms, I don't appreciate that. You showing me up like that again. And whatever words Scott said, something crossed the line because, man, LeBron for a flashpoint was ready to fight, man. And I'm glad they worked it out. But again, big picture, I do think LeBron is still too hard on a guy who has proven himself at the highest level. Don't forget that Game 4 2 years ago as LeBron was winning his first ring. That Mario Chalmers game in which he scored 25. Remember that game at Miami? Impressive. So, again, that's my big picture takeaway.
First of all, Mario Chalmers is a good dude, a class dude, a major contributor who's completely underappreciated by everybody, including all of us. Since his days in college, remember, Derrick Rose is not a national champion at Memphis. John Calipari is not a national championship coach at that time because Mario Chalmers sent the game into overtime with a three playing for Kansas. This dude is Mr. Big Shot in his own right and deserves all of our respect. LeBron James obviously shouldn't have tried to attack him that way, but also, Skip Bayless, give LeBron James a whole bunch of credit in this sense. The cameras are watching, and the same LeBron James that got upset, that was ready to get in Mario Chalmers' face, is the same LeBron James that reached out to him during the game on the sideline in the middle of the game and said, my fault, my bad, I was wrong. And that can't be underappreciated because he didn't do it behind the scenes. He didn't do it post game or whatever the case may be. He got himself composed, and once he realized it, he manned up. And that's why this is not a big deal. Because what you're talking about is guys like a LeBron James, like a Dwayne Wade, like a Chris Bosh, and others, all of whom have gotten on Mario Chalmers in the past, that wouldn't hesitate not only to come to his aid, but to publicly acknowledge their own faults along the way. This is what we talk about when we talk about our aspirations of what young professional athletes should be and how they should conduct themselves. And the fact that you're willing to acknowledge that you were wrong, knowing that the cameras are watching, then to tweet it to your 10+ million followers after the game, then to address it in the post-game press conference again, all the time acknowledging not only what Mario Chalmers means to you, but that you were wrong, is all we need to know. So let's not blow it out of proportion. Nope. Let's understand that these kind of things happen. But when you're man enough to acknowledge that you may have made a mistake, like LeBron James did, remember, not only should we applaud it, we should applaud. Remember why we should applaud it? Because we're reminding ourselves, this is what we ask of professional athletes in his position, to be men enough to be leaders. And part of that is acknowledging when you yourself have made those mistakes just as publicly as you would when you're getting on somebody else. Yeah. LeBron James did that last night. I applaud that man, and I applaud the passion that both of them showed for this game, because we want to see that from our athletes.
He went way out of his way to make this right, and he did make it right. But just again, last thought, big picture. At some point, I would hope Mario wouldn't be such a proverbial punching bag for this team, because I think he's earned the right to be above that.
That's very fair.
All right.
Chalmers on his side. That's very nice of you, Skip. A rare sighting.
He has his moments.
A rare sighting. Speaking of rare